Okay. Oh no! What? Girl, that really felt like somebody grabbed my head. Hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Obviously I'm kind of doing something a little bit different. I wanted to switch it up today. Not to mention I'm not wearing a hat, and a lot of people don't realize I don't always wear hats. I do wear them most of the time. In real life too. So that's a fair observation, but we're really switching it up. I'm talking, I'm hatless. I've got a tattoo now. I've got some piercings. I'm crazy, guys. I've gone nuts. Okay, so today I'm leaving this video and what happens pretty open-ended. I wanted to kind of push myself to do something fun and challenging creatively. That's why today I'm going to be writing a song right here for you. I also want to mention today's video is a collaboration with Alvarez. I'll be playing my Alvarez guitar. I will link down below where you can find this guitar. This is just lovely, and we're going to play on this today. It's going to be my companion. I've done this once or twice before. The first time I can recall was a YouTube challenge kind of video. YouTube actually sent me this massive box of mini instruments, and my best friend Jeanette Len came over. They also sent a wheel, so you spin the wheel, it lands on a topic, and then you've got to write a song about that topic with all the little instruments they've provided. It was so fun. We loved the way the song turned out. That's why I thought it'd be really fun to kind of do it again without the box and just with my guitar and just write a song. I've also gotten a lot of requests since then. I even post stories on my Instagram, which, by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at Mackenzie Music. I will have all of my other social media links below, but a lot of times I will post, you know, long musical rants on my stories or little bits and pieces of songs I've been writing, and people seem to be really interested in that kind of behind the scenes look at my process or the way my musical mind works, because I'm just such a genius, guys. Anyway, I thought for all of those reasons it'd be really fun and to switch things up. I decided to not go into it with like any solid ideas. I promise this is all like happening like real time for you. And for me, you know, it's like, I don't know. That's how I go into writing anyway. I think a lot of times what happens is I will have some sort of idea, like I'll think of a word, or I'll see something that strikes inspiration in me. I write it down. And so I think my brain kind of starts stewing, for lack of a better term, and subconsciously is creating this, and then it all kind of happens when it happens. So, you know, maybe it is more predetermined than I'm consciously even realizing, and I'm getting really deep here, but I really think that's a lot of what songwriting has to do with your subconscious mind being at work. I definitely believe that, because it's sort of like an out-of-body experience when you're finished a piece of music. It's like, when did that happen, and who am I? You know, we'll see what wants to come out. It could be super silly too, because I like to be silly with my music too. And then I also just had the idea though, what if I go onto a random word generator? Jeanette and I do that, and we have a ball. Like, that's what we do when we get together, is we go on a random word generator and just like see what two words they put together, and they crack us up. So maybe I'll see if that strikes some inspiration. It's sort of like a songwriting game. So let's see what we can cook up today. This could be a terrible idea, but hey, that's life. Okay, so I've got my computer in front of me. I'm gonna go on this random word generator, and we're gonna see what it gets me today. Minor hospital. Tooth flag. Zephyr lip. Fruit burst. It sounds refreshing. Hen. Scary. Deserted. Ablaze. Deserted, ablaze. Okay, I'll think about you. So what I usually do when I write songs, and I didn't always do this, I was always usually a handwritten kind of gal, which I still am, but I started changing my ways when I started co-writing with people, and then I would go on Google Docs, and that way you could all like be on a computer, an iPad, or a phone, and you could each edit in real time together, so you have the same exact stuff. So that's where I put the lyrics to my songs now. I'm usually on my computer when I'm writing these days. But yeah, not opposed to a scribble though. I also have my voice memos, and that is huge for me. Even if it's like just a weird melody or like progression, I put it down, I name it, and it's in there, and I refer back to it. It's just really huge for me. So I'm generating random words. Innovate shit. That's kind of funny. Innovate shit. I've never written a song like this before with the word generator, but hey, we're doing this. Love, sour. I've been feeling very sour about love lately. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. I like this one, relationship obstacle. I know a thing or two about that. I see double sight. How about that? Double sight. Lead speed. Okay, that just said urine and I clicked past it. I don't think we wanted to write a song about urine today. Okay, see, I could do this forever, so we're gonna need to get this figured out. Alright, so thinking about Valentine's Day, thinking about, like I wrote down, sour, love, sour. That's pretty accurate. Yeah, let's see. See, as you can tell, I genuinely don't know what I'm doing yet. Just trying to think about these words and let them sink in. If I let the camera roll like this whole time, it would probably be boring and you'd just see me looking off with a very pensive face. So I'll cut for a second. I'm gonna try to innovate shit. I think it's interesting. I've been thinking about this lately. This sort of juxtaposition between being in love and devoted to somebody and then suddenly not having that in your life anymore. It is pretty relevant to have the Valentine's Day in there and how this time last year, you're feeling a certain way about this particular day. Fast forward to now and you're on a totally different wavelength. I mean, I've never liked Valentine's Day, don't get me wrong. Even if you're with somebody, I think it's a lot of crap, to be honest with you. I also wrote down double sight, and something like that. If you're thinking of like duality of some sort. It's interesting, I was waiting for the subway one day and I'm standing there and I noticed this cute couple hugging each other, just like typical normal sort of PDA. And I remember like observing them, not in a creepy way, like, I'm watching them, but I just noticed them. And I was like, I used to be that girl. And now I'm not. It's kind of like you have something at one point and then you don't, and so then you are just looking at things objectively. Suddenly you're not in it, you're kind of looking at it from the outside, and I'm like, I wonder if there was a girl that was standing next to me when I was hugging my guy the same way, and thinking, it's just kind of a funny juxtaposition, I guess you could say. Double-sided, heart ablaze. Maybe I could play with that ablaze sort of thing. Your heart's on fire or something like that when you're in love, and then it just kind of being snuffed out. Last year versus this year. Something like that. So usually I'm not, well, actually I do kind of talk out loud, not completely like this in complete sentences. I get a lot of good ideas that way. So I do talk to myself. It does help. I talk to myself in the shower. I'm kind of nutty. Let's see. I've got to tune this. I started tuning it before I turned the camera on, but I'm like, let's make this real and show you how I prepare to write. And I don't always write with a guitar. Most of the time I do, but sometimes I write it with a uke. And those songs turn out sounding totally different. This is so exciting. I'm sure you guys are loving this part. Yuck. And I was saying this in an Instagram story of mine. Again, I a lot of times will just like put my phone camera up and just start like talking in the midst of a little write I'm doing. And I was just talking about this yesterday on a story. I was saying how I'm truly like a top to bottom kind of songwriter, but I mean, it works for me, but I do sometimes encounter things where I am at a loss for a chorus, and so sometimes it takes me like a month for the chorus to happen. I have a song called La 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 where that happened. I wrote it around election day because I was in a depression. I decided to write like an anthemic sort of thing. And so I wrote the verses, I'm like feeling good, and then I just got stuck. But like it fell out of the sky January of 2017, like a couple months later, and then it was a thing. So sometimes that happens. I try to go with the flow, and I don't know, like I usually write the melody and the lyrics together. People ask me that a lot. Again, it changes. It really, really depends. But usually I don't like to leave things kind of hanging. I'm just gonna capo it at a random spot. Just play random things. I kind of like this. Sometimes I'm real literal and very specific about things, like I was telling about the subway couple. I'm thinking, as you can tell, I was that girl, I used to be that girl, thinking back. It's got a funny way. Maybe I'll open my heart. I'm trying to be optimistic too. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is, as I said, I like this idea of comparing who you were last year, where you were last year, you know, on a day like today when you're thinking about a relationship. Also, just accepting wherever you are. We have a hard time, you know, looking at other couples and thinking like, oh, yeah. Looking at ourselves and feeling lonely. But I don't look at it that way. At least not anymore. I like my time. I've always been the kind of person that really values my independence and personal space. Independence, personal space. Hi! I did see embrace on this word generator too. Embracing wherever you are at the time, because that's where you're supposed to be. Like, you don't want to rush into something for the sake of being with somebody. I saw a couple the other day. So this is when I start opening up my voice memos, which, by the way, I need someone to back me up on this. Anyone else having weird glitches happen on this stupid... Okay, now it's working for the camera. I like my independence, personal space. I like my independence and personal space, So I'm just trying to say... I don't know what I'm trying to say. As you can tell, I just trail off and go nowhere sometimes. It'll come to me. This time last year, that's where I was. I saw a couple the other day. I saw a couple the other day. I don't know if that's it. I saw a couple the other day on the subway, holding each other. I saw a couple the other day on the subway, just holding each other. Oh, that's sad. So strange to stand there with. This is so bright now. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to adjust this. But ow. Okay. Wait. So I saw a couple the other day on the subway, just holding each other. Suddenly I feel so lonely. On my own way. Suddenly I feel so lonely. Just going my own way. But I didn't let it make me cry. But I didn't let it make me cry. Oh girl. That's nice. But I didn't let it make me cry. But it's gonna make me cry now. This happens too. I'm getting really real in this video. Wow, okay. So this is what I wanted to round it back to. I wanted to get back to, like, it made me feel lonely a little bit to see that. But also, I'm not letting it make me cry because I'm where I'm at now for a reason. And I'll be there again, you know? And perhaps it'll be that much better. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get to. That's when you know you're onto something, when it brings a tear to your eye. You know, honestly, it's, yeah. Okay, but I didn't let it make me cry, 'cause I like that cry and I. I usually put my guitar down at some point too. Saw a couple the other day on the subway, just holding each other. Suddenly I felt so lonely, just going my own way. But I didn't let it make me cry, 'cause I got everything I need inside of me. 'Cause I got everything I ever need inside of me. Okay, let's see. Do I like that on it? But I didn't let it make me cry, 'cause I got everything I ever need inside of me. Got everything I ever need inside of me. And I'm alright. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Just coming to terms, like, you got a heart, you know, it's gonna break. You're also gonna be okay, you know. You need to be at peace with being with yourself. 'Cause I've got everything I'll ever need inside of me, and I'm alright. I'm alright. Something like that. It's a nice little pre-chorus. It's there. It's almost like they're all sitting in the universe, and they've just kind of come together. Now I'm alright with being I'm alright with me, myself, and I. I was hearing this when I was listening back. Saw a couple the other day. Got everything I'll ever need inside of me, and I'm alright with me, myself, and I. And I don't understand what a girl needs a man on. You know, something like that. And I don't understand what a girl needs a man to feel like. I'm trying to say, like, you know, you feel lonely. But at the end of the day, I don't need that to fulfill me. You know, you dig? As Gloria Steinem says, a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. And I don't understand when a girl needs a man to fulfill her plan. I don't know. And I don't understand why a girl needs a man and a hand to hold. Don't rush into love. It's not a race. You need your space. It's getting there. Sometimes we need to be told we should be holding our own. Don't rush. It's not a race. Embrace. And then one day I'll open my heart up again. You know? Holding our own. So don't rush, girl. Ooh, I like that. Don't you rush, girl. Take your time. That's not a race. Ooh. Or a finish line. Okay, I gotta write that down. So, we need to be told we should be holding our own. And I like the double meaning of that. I don't understand why a girl needs a man and a hand to hold when we should be holding our own. Literally, like, holding your own hand and also holding your own. Don't you rush, girl. Take your time. Love's not a race. Ain't no finish line. I like it. This is your time to embrace your own independence, your personal space. Embrace your space and you'll be just fine. One day you'll open your heart and be ready to start again some other day. Just not today, and that's okay. Or do I want to say something that's like, you open your heart and be ready to start again some other day. Look at today, 'cause it's just for you, something like that. I'm trying to work through it, but I'm like at that hook part where it's like, what's gonna be that thing that I say that rounds it out? You don't always need that, I found, but for this I think it calls for something, but I don't think it has to be like bam in your face, like, this is the love that you've been waiting for. Dun, 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 dun. You know, that's really corny. Today is for you. I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, it's still in the works, obviously. Okay, so it's gonna go, don't you rush, girl, take your time. Love's not a race, no finish line. Embrace your space and you'll be just fine. And you'll open your heart and be ready to start again some other day. Just not today. Today's for you. Today's for you. Not the way. Just hold on, Maybe I'll write something off camera. I'm wondering, I'm either going to write something off camera and then finish it, or I'm just going to stick with what we've got today because I think it kind of gives you a solid idea of what this song is going to sound like. So I'll see how it goes and I'll get back to you. But I think it's pretty cool so far. I think it's a thing. Okay, so off camera I wrote second verse and a bridge, which is still kind of rough, but you know, I think it's pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one run through. I'm going to set up my microphone and sing into that. Okay, as I'm setting this up, I probably will mess up because it's going to be like a first time run through. So it's definitely going to be not perfect. Wow, and the microphone's just taking up my life here. Gonna press record. Just do the run through, and I'm going to leave all this stuff in the recording, like the, you know, the bumps and the mess ups and the whatevers, because the throat clearings, because that's just what it's like before it's all ironed out. So here's a first run through of this song I just wrote today. I'm making sure that it's recording, and it is. Okay. I'll put the lyrics down below as well. So let's do this. It's gonna be unfinished, but we got this. Wait, okay. I think I'm doing something different. Saw a couple the other day on the subway, just holding each other. Suddenly I felt so lonely, just going my own way. But I didn't let it make me cry, 'cause I got everything I'll ever need inside of me. And I'm alright with me, myself, and I. And I don't understand why a girl needs a man and a hand to hold. We might need to be told we should be holding our own. So don't you rush, girl, take your time. Love's not a race, ain't no finish line. Embrace your space and you'll be just fine. And you'll open your heart and be ready to start again some other day, just not today. Today's for you. Today's for you. Sometimes I get caught up in the past, think about where I was last year, loving somebody else. That might have changed, but I'm still the same. I'm just getting wiser with age. Got the time to steady myself. And if it takes a year, I'll still be standing here, ready to let someone else in without the fear. Don't you rush, girl, take your time. Love's not a race, ain't no finish line. Embrace your space and you'll be just fine. And you'll open your heart and be ready to start again some other day, just not today. Today's for you. Oh, today's for you. Sometimes it hurts to think about the one who hurt you. Can you trust anyone new after all that you've been through? One thing I know is at the end of the day, you can't be afraid, 'cause you can always trust you. So don't you rush, girl, take your time. Love's not a race, ain't no finish line. Embrace your space and you'll be just fine. And you'll open your heart and be ready to start again. Oh, you'll open your heart and be ready to start again. Oh, you'll open your heart, be ready to start again some other day, just not today. Today's for you. As you could tell, very rough. I was like, today! But we did it. Okay. That was my super rough new song, but it was really fun to do, and it challenged me, like I said, and I feel like it's a good mental space to occupy on a day like Valentine's Day. Hearts and love and couples, and you're feeling weird. There's no reason to feel that way. So that's why I'm saying today's for you too, single people. Hi. I hope you guys really loved that. I'm excited to keep bringing you more content actually throughout the year with Alvarez guitars. It's really cool. So I'm gonna do more stuff like this and just make videos where I'm doing some more in-depth stuff, talking about my YouTube setup, anything else you might want to see from me, I'd love to hear. Anyway, happy songwriting, happy Valentine's Day, and happy Galentine's Day. Happy whatever day. Today's for you, okay? I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.